Hi, welcome to my channel, Hope for Hypermobility, Ehlers-Danlos, Hypermobile Eds'ers, HSD, however they want to classify us. This is a channel I'm dedicating to my daughter. Hi, honey, I love you. And it's also for you who need to hear this message if you're suffering. And the topic today is comorbidities. I haven't looked up the definition of that word, but I don't like the sound of it. Personally, it sounds very morbid, comorbidities. But I do understand that when you have one thing, you probably have other things. I've heard things like autism, there's an umbrella, and then there's sensory processing and OCD and ADD, and same thing with the connective tissue. There's many systems of the body that rely on connective tissue. We rely on it. My head relies on the connective tissue of my neck. And so today's topic is all of those that are common and similar. So I've looked at the Facebook groups and pages and posts, and yes, there are some things we have in common, which is great to hear that I'm not the only one who stands up from laying down and the room goes kind of black for a minute. Has to do with blood pressure and needing the blood to get up to the head when you stand up. So yes, there's that. POTS, posts, whatever. Orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. There's tachycardia. There's swallowing trouble. There's all of the medical names that we all need to learn for our diagnoses. Mast cell activation disorder, mast cell activation, whatever, mast cell. Because in our connective tissues, there are mast cells, and if they get triggered or if there's faulty connective tissues, they're hyperreactive to things, and then it's an allergy condition. So I'm seeming to have all of these ones of a small degree, and as I get older, it's more noticeable. So, comorbidities, how to deal with them? Well, I think the first step would be identifying them for ourselves to know how we're feeling and to tell our symptoms to our doctors and get correct and proper diagnosing. I am a victim or unfortunate case of someone who has not been properly diagnosed yet. And it's going to take many different doctors because I've heard people say they have a specialist for every organ, people with this condition, a specialist for every organ. I thought, oh my God, how do I get a specialist for every organ? But that seems to be what's needed. There's specialties. I didn't realize there were specialists that specialize in special stuff. Get that one. When I thought you're going to see a neurosurgeon, that's a special surgeon, right? Well, there's specialties within neurosurgery, and that's my hope is to find those specialists that specialize in that special area with especially sensitive to specializing in EDS. Now that that one is our hope, right? That we will have people who specialize in Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or hypermobility spectrum disorder and that particular area like eyes and mouth and teeth and heart. We're not there yet. Maybe there are a few, and wherever they are, if you want to post them below and let us know. So comorbidities, we have to accept it. We have to identify them. We have to name it. I am a person who believes if you can label it correctly, if you can get the correct diagnosis, then you can get proper treatment. So when you are trying to treat something that isn't the correct problem with the wrong treatment, that just kind of wastes time. However, I've learned that it also reveals things. Time has a way of revealing things when treatments don't work for certain things. So I wanted to also talk about the principle that it's not just one solution or one problem. There's usually a multi factor
thing going on with connective tissue, just like it affects more than one organ or problem. There's also, I'm looking at the reasons for the genetic causes and realizing there's not just one gene that can cause this. I may have two or three connective tissue genes that are different that are causing all of these problems, or I'll call them challenges, health challenges. So my goal is to overcome them and to have hope. And just talking to someone that has a similar condition is so helpful. And maybe listening to this has helped you today to realize that this is complex and it is challenging, and we have to be educated and aware and get proper diagnoses, or diagnoses, plural, if that's how it is. So I'm sending you love, my daughter, and everyone watching. Yes, there are comorbidities. It presents many challenges. We have to look at not just one cause, like blaming our mother. It might be our father too, or not blaming at all, but just identifying the things that we can do something about and getting the proper, correct diagnosis. So, thank you for watching. Drink your water, take good care of yourself, have some self compassion, and keep an open mind that there may be many solutions and many causes, so that you're not just suffering with judgment. Thanks so much for watching. Have hope. Love ya. Bye.